Oh my god, you guys, you know what happened? This. What? I'm a YA rebel. I don't know. I thought that I was signing up for the YA hoodlums because I really, more than anything, want to carry a switchblade. But I could be rebellious instead of cutting people in alleys. That's okay, right? I thought that I would kind of just touch base and just say thanks for anyone who, you know, got the word out that I had auditioned. And I know that there were a lot of people that I follow on YouTube that auditioned, and everyone's auditions were awesome. And it was fun, and it, you know, whatever. It was definitely a tough choice, I bet. So I'm going to be there every Sunday talking about crap and whatever, and, you know, like I normally do, I guess. I can't imagine it being all that different. I did want to make an announcement for people who live in the Seattle, Tacoma, Olympia area. That's in Washington, not on the, you know, Greek mountain of Olympus where the Greek gods are. Not there. That we're going to be having an after-hours YA teen kind of a hangout night at the Dupont Public Library. This is next Friday, August 26th from 6:30 to 9:30, or 6:30 to 9. I don't know. We'll probably be lingering outside like crazy creepers. But whatever. Kimberly Durding will be there, author of The Body Finder and Desires of the Dead, and the upcoming The Pledge, which is exciting. Gwen Hayes is going to be there, author of Falling Under, and she's awesome. And Tom Llewellyn's coming. His book is called The Tilting House, and he's a reporter. I'm sure he'll have lots of interesting things to say. And then two more awesome people. Megan Bostic, seen here. She's currently vlogging about other stuff, but her book, Never 18, comes out in January. And myself, Danny Marks, whose book Velveteen won't be out anywhere near in time for August 26th. There's going to be lots of giveaways there. Lots of books. Lots of free books are going out. If it ends up being a very small group, that small group is going to walk away with tons of books. Actually, let me start with the books that I'm at least bringing for now. I've got another big thing coming from my editor, I think, is going to send some books for it. But I did buy a couple of copies of Kiss Me Deadly with my story Vermilion in it, and lots of others. You know, Becca Fitzpatrick, Caitlin Kittredge is in there, Carrie Ryan, who I love, Michelle Rowan. Michelle Rowan is awesome, by the way. She is like a ray of sunshine if you ever get to meet her. Let's see. My agent sent me some books. Let's see. Sin Belog's Starstruck. Phoebe Kitanides' Glimmer. This one doesn't come out until April 2012, so that's a cool arc. Here's a arc that's already out. This came out in June, but it's Jeff Herbach's Stupid Fast. This sounds actually really awesome. So, you know, someone's going to be really lucky to win that on the 26th. And Sweetly by Jackson Pierce. So, yeah, that's just some of the books that we'll be giving away. The thing about the event is that you definitely need to register, and I'm going to put the link in the down bar if you're local. You need to fill it out. You need to fill it out. You just do. In addition, I wanted to let you know that I went to Portland recently for my anniversary with my wife Caroline, and we stayed overnight and had a really awesome dinner at this really cool restaurant and drank too much. It was good. It was good. And but we went to Powell's, and despite me being completely inebriated, I only bought like 4 books there, which is insane, right? How could you go to Powell's City of Books? If you don't know what Powell's City of Books is, it's this massive bookstore that's an entire city block in Portland, Oregon, and several floors, and it's possibly the biggest independent bookstore in the country. But they have a whole bunch of clearances, including on some YA books, and so I got some books there. And then we went to a liquidation sale at Borders down there because there's also no tax, so it was like another discount. But you know, it's still early in the Borders liquidation sale, so the sales aren't that good. You know, I really don't like to buy newish books there when it's only, you know, 30 to 40% off, because you can get that from Amazon. Those are the you know, regular discount prices from Amazon or Barnes & Noble online. So I don't bother. But I do go because you can get 30 to 40 to 50% off of the already bargain prices. So I bought a whole bunch of books. There. And I thought I would go through some of them, just like an impromptu haul, whatever. The first one is, and there's some literary fiction, there's some mixed bag. The first one I got is The Gargoyle by Andrew Davidson. Now this got a lot of press a while back for having, the author was paid out a huge advance for this book, and I'm not sure that it did all that well. It does seem to have a lot of editions, which implies that the publishing house is trying to recoup some money. I don't know if you're aware of that, but that's usually the case, is that if there's a lot of reprints of a book, that they're still trying to get some money out of it, or you know, they're selling out. So we could go either way. But anyway, this is an interesting cover. I'm not sure if this is an American cover. I think it's the UK version. Who knows? I also got Catherine Howe's The Physic Book of Deliverance Dane, which is about witches, and it's historical, and it sounds awesome, and so I got it. John Harwood's The Seance, also a historical book with some paranormal overtones. Yet both of these would be considered literary fiction rather than paranormal, and adult as well. This one is called Nobody Move. It's a novel by Dennis Johnson, and he is a lit-fic author. He was the author of the National Book Award. You can see that this is die-cut cover for it. The inside of it has sort of a Roy Lichtenstein-ish kind of a dot imagery on it, which is kind of cool. Very, very noir and pulpy, and you know, I'm just kind of excited. It's a very short book, so if it gets to the end of the year and I haven't met my challenge, I'm gonna pick up all the short books. Anyway, another one, and I saw this on someone's YouTube channel, and if it was you, let me know, because thank you. This sounds amazing. It's called 3 Bags Full, and it's a mystery where it's set in a barnyard, and the sheep are the detectives. Who knew? It's crazy, right? I think these are the Australian covers of these, but, and I already have the American versions because I helped beta read these, and I've known Stacia for a long time, but this is one of my very favorite urban fantasy series ever. Absolutely ever. And it's the Unholy Ghost series, and this is an Australian cover by Stacia Kane. And the next one is Unholy Magic, and the third one is City of Ghosts. Now this is a really despite the covers being very glossy and very pretty and glamorous, this is a very gritty and dark series. It's both urban fantasy and dystopian. It's a post-apocalyptic world in which you know, it's revealed that kind of ghosts are, you know, these horrible creatures, and they've risen up and killed the majority of the population, and it's up to the church to take over the government and provide protection, and it's insane. There's drugs, there's all this other stuff in it, and it's super awesome. Everything about it is amazing. I have yet to read anything by Stephanie Meyer, and I decided that even the people that didn't like Twilight seemed to like The Host, so I was going to give The Host a shot. David Nadelberg's Mortified is a sort of a collection of people's diary entries from the 80s, back before people blogged. And it's all of the most pathetic and real and embarrassing crap that he could find or that people would submit to him. Now to the YA stuff that I got. This is the second time I've bought this, Catherine Fisher's Incarceron. This is a beautiful copy. It is actually used, but I don't think that the person who bought it opened it once, because it's like pretty pristine. I also got at Powell's Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. Now I'm about halfway through City of Bones before I put it down, and I think that I probably will try this one before I go back to City of Bones, though I intend to finish City of Bones. Finally, and this kind of wraps it back up with the YA Rebels thing, I did pick up Karsten Knight's Wildfire, because I feel like I should collect all of the old guard of the YA Rebels books, you know. One of those butter covers, it just feels like butter. Buttery. How do you get that? I want that. I'm going to tell them I want that for Velveteen, because it should feel like velvety like this and buttery. Damn, love it. Anyway, that's all I've got for you this week. I don't think I have anything else. I was going to talk about future videos, but, you know, they're just kind of up in the air. I find that every time that I suggest I'm going to be doing a certain thing in a certain order, it never happens anyway, so why bother talking about it? Although I will mention that I've already got my list for the horror movie months. I think I'm going to have to do 2 months because I've got way too many books on my to-be-read list. And it's actually sitting right there. But I'm not going to do the video this week. I'm going to do it next week because I'm just gonna.